This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today we're going to be counting down video games that become board games. Are they any good? Most of the time they're not, but these are pretty good, and I made a top 10 list out of all the ones that have ever been made. And a lot have been left off the list because they're just not that good enough to make it on the list. So without further ado, let's talk about my top 10 video games that become board games. At number 10, everybody hates this company. I mean, absolutely despises this company. They have done a lot of things wrong, and they will continue to do a lot of things wrong, and who knows if they will be even in business at some point. But they did make a game that I really kind of like, and that's Darkest Dungeon. It has that dark feel to it. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy playing it, and it makes this list. I even enjoyed painting the figures because they looked, they were just so good. The game is just, it has that video game feel, and I really enjoy it. At number 9, Witcher Old World. Now, I really enjoyed this, and you got to remember, there's 10 on this list, but there's a lot more games out there that have been made. I enjoyed the game, but I didn't feel it was as close to the video game as you didn't get the video game feel from it. Is it fun? Oh God, yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed this, and I know they have another Witcher coming out very, very soon, or kickstarted or game funded, whichever one you want to verbiage you want to use now. And we'll see if this is at number 9, a year or two from now, or if it gets replaced by it. At number 8, Skyrim. Skyrim's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed painting the figures for it. Does it feel like Skyrim? A bit, but I think they could have done a better job with it. But do I think it's better than? Does it feel more like the video game than Witcher? Yes, and that's why it sits at number 8. At number 7, Bloodborne, from our good friends Cool Mini or Not. I like what they did with this. This has a unique feel to it. The mechanics are unique. Some people love this game. Some people don't like this game. I think it's really good, and I really enjoy it, and that's why it sits at number 7. And number 6 is a game I just recently painted, and that's Deep Rock Galactic. This game, it feels like the video game. Anytime you tell me that, oh, hey, you're going to go down to the planet and try to mine some materials. For me, I don't know what it is about that. There's just something fascinating about it, and being able to collect riches, get them, buy better equipment, buy better weapons, and just go out there and crush bugs. Home run for me every single time. Deep Rock Galactic at number 6. At number 5 is a game I absolutely adore, and there is just so much for it. But Dark Souls kills it, and I mean the board game. I really like what they did. I like how they cleaned up the rules with this last edition, Tomb of the Giants. Wanted to make sure I got it right because it's sitting right over there. Just a great game, and a lot of fun, and just one of those games that I just really go back to a lot. And I enjoyed painting it. I enjoyed playing it. And it feels like Dark Souls. The enemies feel like the enemies, and that's for sure. At number 4 is Frostpunk. Frostpunk, I think, was a great adaptation because it gives you that tension. You are in control of this entire population, and you have to make sure that you make the right decisions. So can you make the right decisions as far as what people deciding people's fates. Should the children go work in the mines? Well, geez, if they don't, we're all going to freeze to death. Is it better to have them alive and put them to work and have them earn their keep during such a very dangerous time? Or, what are some of the things that you have to do that, to get through that? And some of the things that go wrong. How do you handle the adversity when the populace starts to turn on you a little bit because they don't agree with some of your decisions? You think you know what's best, but do you? Interesting thing with Frostpunk, and it does a great job of it. Let's see. So we are down to number 3. Number 3 is Borderlands, Arena of Badassery. And I'm going to tell you something. This is just one of those games that I recently discovered, and I am just completely and utterly blown away with. Yes, I know it's going to be unprofessional because I hit the thing to back off. For some reason, it's creeping forward slowly, and I wish I knew why. But anyways, Borderlands, Arena of Badassery. This feels like the game, and it does such a great job of what it does. I'm really blown away over the fact that the models on it are fantastic. I'm looking at it because I'm in the middle of painting it, and I love how you are constantly looting. You are trying to do these certain objectives. Why? Because you want loot, and you put that combination, it's a home run every single time for me, and I really am enjoying this. Another huge hit from Monster Fight Club, who are just killing it. Is it Monster Fight Club? Yes, it's Monster Fight Club. I want to make sure I got it right. At number 2 is a game I recently painted for my daughter, and my daughter and I have been enjoying the heck out of it, and that's Resident Evil. Now, we have the other 2, and we didn't play them as much, but this one has that original feel of the original, and of the original video game. And of course, Jill Valentine was in it, so it's an all-time favorite of my daughter's. So yeah, guess what? Jill Valentine and Resident Evil. The gameplay's fun. I like the dice mechanic of it. I like how things can just pop up on you and how things go wrong. The event cards, there could be nothing, or there could be some really bad stuff that's going to go down. And just when you think you've got everything figured out, the game changes the question. Really enjoying this one, and that's why it sits at number 2. But I think the number one all time has to be, and will always be for a long time, a game that has inspired so much. Now, I put these 2 together because I consider them almost kind of the same game, and that's Doom and Gears of War. I mean, these two are special, and they really work together. I mean, each one's different, of course, but if it wasn't for these games, we wouldn't have Descent. We wouldn't have, the fantastic gameplay that we get from them. Plus, they're just great games to begin with. And of course, they remind you of the old days with, Fantasy Flight games. How great was it back then, huh? And just cranking out, here's Doom, here's Gears of War, and then Descent right after that. Just such a great adaptation of the video game. And it does it just so well, and it's really good, and it's just a smart system that lives on, and will live on. Just a couple of games I really enjoy. Doom / Gears of War at number 1. There you have it, folks. There are my top video games that became board games, and good ones at that. So until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.